Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. What we bring is the 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son, perspectives, ideology, and wisdom. Letter 23, don't make excuses for yourself. Dear Captain John Schofield loses again. This made him a little angry. In anger, he took his beautiful golf club, threw it to the sky. As a result, he had to buy a new club. Frankly speaking, I prefer the character of the captain. The goal of life is to win. The same goes for playing ball. So I'm going to buy a new club for him. I hope this will not be considered by him as a reward for losing his temper. Otherwise, he will get out of control. Then I'll be miserable. Schofield. The captain also has another commendable advantage. Although losing will make him unhappy, but he believes that winning itself does not mean everything. The most important thing is to work hard to win. So, after losing, he never makes excuses. In fact, he can argue that he is too old. He used poor physical strength as the reason for losing. Save face for yourself. But he never does that. In my opinion, excuses are a mental disease. However, people with such serious illness, without exception, they are all losers. Of course, most people also have some mild symptoms. But the more successful a person is, the less likely you are to make excuses. A person who is prosperous everywhere, with those who have done nothing. The biggest difference is the excuse. Just pay a little attention. You will find those who do nothing, someone who never intended to create something great. There are often a lot of excuses to explain. Why didn't I do it? Why don't I do it? Why I can't do it? Why am I not such a loser? The first act to prepare for one's own funeral. Just find various reasons for your failure. I despise those loves. People who make excuses. Because that's the behavior of a coward. I also sympathize with those who make excuses. Because excuses are the cause of failure. Once a loser finds a good excuse, he will hold on to it. And then always use this excuse. Explain to himself and others. Why can't I do it anymore? Why I can't succeed? At first, he also knows how much of his excuses are lies. But after repeated use, he will become more and more convinced that it is completely true. Believe this excuse. That's the real reason why he couldn't succeed. As a result, his brain became lazy and rigid. Let the motivation to work hard and find ways to win disappear. But they never want to admit it. I am a person who loves to make excuses. Occasionally I've seen someone stand up and say, I succeeded through my own efforts. So far, I haven't met any man or woman yet dare to stand up and say, I'm the one who failed me. Losers have their own excuses for being losers. They blame their failure on their family, character, age, environment, time, skin color, religion, a person, or even a star. And the worst excuse: nothing is more important than health, intelligence, and luck. The most common excuse is the health excuse. In accordance with, my health is not good, or I have this or that disease. It becomes a reason not to do it or to fail. The reality is that no one is completely healthy. Everyone has physical problems to some extent. Many people will fully or partially succumb to this excuse. But this is not the case for people who are determined to succeed. Mr. Gates once introduced me to a university professor. He unfortunately lost an arm during a trip. But like every optimist I know, he still smiles often help others. That day when I was talking about his disability, question time, he told me it was just an arm. Of course, two are better than one. But all that was removed was my arm. My mind is still 100% intact and normal. I really want to express my gratitude for this. There is an old saying that goes well. I've been worrying about my worn shoes until I met a man without feet. Be grateful for your health. It's much better than complaining about something that doesn't feel right. Be grateful for the health you have. Can effectively prevent various diseases and pains. I often remind myself, it is better to tire yourself out than to let decay. Life is for us to enjoy. If you waste your time worrying about your health and really want to get sick, that is the real misfortune. The excuse that I'm not smart enough is also common. Almost 95% of people have this problem. It's just a different degree. This excuse is different. He is usually silent. People won't admit it publicly. I lack enough intelligence. Mostly I think so deep in my heart. I find that most people are interested in intelligence. There are two basic wrong attitudes. 2 underestimated your own brain power. He too overestimates other people's brain power. Because these mistakes cause many people to despise themselves. They don't want to face challenges, because that requires considerable intelligence. He who thinks he is stupid is truly stupid. They should know. If there is a person who does not consider the issue of intelligence at all, and have the courage to give it a try, you will find that you are completely competent. I think what really matters is not how smart you are. It's about using the smarts you already have. To be a good businessman, no need to be lightning quick. No need to have an amazing memory. No need to be at the top of the school. The only key, that is, you must have a strong interest and enthusiasm for doing business. Interest and enthusiasm are important factors that determine success or failure. The result of the matter, often directly proportional to our enthusiasm. Enthusiasm can make things 100 times, 1,000 times better. Many people don't know what enthusiasm is. So-called enthusiasm. It's just that it's amazing. It's just this passion and drive. I believe in people of average intelligence. If you have an optimistic, positive, and cooperative attitude towards life, will be more pessimistic and negative than an intelligent person, and unwilling to cooperate, make more money, earn more respect, and achieve greater success. No matter what trivial things a person faces, difficult task, still an important plan. As long as he completes it with persistence and enthusiasm, the result will be far better than being smart but lazy person. Because focus and persistence account for 95% of a person's ability. Some people are puzzled. Why do so many outstanding people? Will it lead to failure? I can give them clear answers. If a very smart person, always using his amazing brain power to prove why things can't work out, instead of using his brain power to guide himself, to find ways to achieve success, failure will find him. Negative thoughts hamper their intelligence, so that they cannot display their talents, to achieve nothing. If they can change their mentality, I believe they will do many great things. A brain that wants to achieve big things but doesn't know how to think, it's just a bucket of cheap paste. A way of thinking that guides us to use our intelligence. Far more important than the level of our intelligence. No matter how highly educated you are, there is no way to change this basic law of success. The quality of intelligence does not depend on the level of education. It's about ideological management. The best businessmen never worry too much. Rather, they are full of enthusiasm to improve the quality of their talents. Quality is never easy, but it's easy to improve how you use your talents. Many people are superstitious that knowledge is power. In my opinion, this sentence is only half correct. People who use lack of intelligence as an excuse. I also misunderstood the meaning of this sentence. Knowledge is only a potential power. Only by putting knowledge into application. And it is a constructive application. Only then will its power be shown. Standard Oil Company. Jobs will never be offered to characters who are resource points masters. Because I don't need to just remember. Expert who can't think. I want someone who can really solve problems. A person who can come up with various ideas. A person who has dreams and has the courage to realize them. Creative people make money for me. People who can only memorize information cannot. A person who does not use intelligence as an excuse. Never underestimate your own intelligence. Don't overestimate other people's intelligence. He uses his assets intently. Discover the outstanding talents he possesses. He knows that what really matters is not the amount of intelligence. It's about how he uses his existing talents. And how to use your brain power. He will often remind himself, my mentality is more important than my intelligence. To develop an I must win attitude. He has a strong desire. He knows how to use his talents to actively create. Use his intelligence to find ways to succeed, rather than use it to prove that you will fail. He also knew that thinking power is more valuable than memory. He wants to use his mind to create and develop new ideas. Find new and better ways of doing things. Remind yourself at any time, I am using my mind to create history, or just recording the history created by others. Everything happens for a reason. What happens to humans cannot happen by chance. So there are many people always blame their own failures on bad luck. When you see others succeed, I think it's because they're so lucky. I never believe in good or bad luck. I just think carefully prepared plans and actions are called luck. If luck decides who gets to do what, every business collapses. Suppose Standard Oil Company to completely reorganize according to luck. It is necessary to give the names of all employees of the company. Put in a big bucket. The first name drawn was the president. The second one is the vice president. Just go on in this order. It's ridiculous. But that's the function of luck. I never succumb to luck. I believe in the law of cause and effect. Look at those people who seem to have good luck. You will find that it is not luck. But prepare a plan and positive thoughts. Bring them good weather. Look at those people who are unlucky. You will find that there are clear factors behind it. Successful people can face setbacks. Learn from failure. Create another miracle. Mediocre people often become discouraged. A person cannot succeed just by luck. He must pay the price of effort. I don't want to rely on luck to win. Wait for the good things in life. So I focus on developing myself. Develop the qualities that make you a winner. An excuse to put the vast majority of people blocked from the door to success. 99% of failures are because people make excuses. So in the process of pursuing career success, the most important step, just to prevent myself from making excuses. Love you, Father. Thanks for listening to Dark Psychology World Channel. We will continue to bring you in the next issue. 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son.